Hello everyone, here's Polo, and behind me you have.
Marco here.
That's right,
Welcome to the channel.
that's right. So, today we have a special topic to talk about. I know it's been a long time doing a video together with Marco, so now we're here, finally.
And the topic is dreams, work jobs, and as well fulfilling those dreams.
That's right. So, Marco, tell me, what do you think about this particular team?
Ah, how where should I start? So first of all, it all comes down to how you got influenced as a child. For example, in my experience, when I was a child, I got influenced through my parents that they were doctors and nurses. So of course, as a child, I wanted to be a doctor or nurse to begin with. But then as time goes on, the influence starts to change, or the inspiration will start to change as the more you interact with other people. So that in terms always changes the different kinds of dreams. But it's also a good thing because you will see it more realistically, but as well as you know what you really like a hobby or like a talent that you possess, things like that.
So, you
How about
started.
you?
How about me? Well, it's a tough question. I think I wouldn't say that I was inspired by my parents. It's not a bad thing to be inspired by parents. Parents are great. I think I started like just like you said I love to work on the computer, do something, video editing, YouTube. Yeah, and so I think I had to find my own way. Like everyone has to find his own way. Even like we have supporters, friends, family, they're great. But I think everyone has to decide and has one thing he especially likes, and that only that one person can find himself. So I think I found that that's video editing, programming, and so I had to find it in my own way. But still, it's not a bad issue to. But I got help and support from my friends and family, and I'm glad for that. So yeah.
Very good, very good. That's really understandable.
So, and before we get more detailed, guys, this was an inspiration by my friend, so I won't tell the name of my friend because it's not necessary. But yeah, I want to say huge shout out to that one person. Thank you for inspiring me to doing this video with my friend. So really, thanks. It's a good team, and I want just to encourage other people that they should achieve their goals, even if they're like complicated or like very crazy, literally crazy. I mean.
Clap, clap.
So yeah, let's go detail. Well, like the theme is how to make your dreams come true. Well, I think you shouldn't be overreacting, okay? You have like try to do the best. For example, maybe you want to become a scientist or an astronaut. It's not that difficult to become one, but it's a hard process.
Indeed, indeed.
So
There's
yeah.
always a challenge for that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you have to put more effort than any other job, but still it's possible. You just have to try hard, really. Put your all your effort you have you all your effort just for this one particular career. But like said, that's
Mm.
still one possible. I think like what I meant crazy is like I don't know, like bungee jumping or I really it's like a joke, but seriously I mean it. Because just imagine like nobody or rock climbing without ropes. Okay, there are like some people who
Ooh.
climb around, and I'm like, wow, that's like incredible, and I can't even imagine that. But still, there are people who risk their life and do that because they're passionate with that, and that makes their life feel completed. So yeah, how about you, Marco?
Indeed, indeed. Well, aside from rock climbing, bungee jumping, as well being an astronaut, these are all great challenges to follow. However, like maybe for other occasions that don't try to reach like the very high class, for example, doctors, astronauts, or scientists, and so on. There are also other people that I believe, like me included, that are more like down to earth style. For example, doing more art stuff or discussing with history, cultural stuff, and so on. Well, here's the thing. It all depends on what uh, on which school does a person go. Like a school in general, yeah, it's maybe annoying and maybe it's like frustrating, stressful, and boring. But consider this actually. Those subjects that we all had, and maybe you guys also have, are all important for the near future, for the dreams that you want to be. For example, if you want to be a historian, you need to learn history. But also, in a historian's perspective, you need to also learn math in order to know the different dates and the different times, and also the different theories that may correspond to the history when you found those artifacts. But there are also like linkage and so on. So I would say school is important. I would say school is important. However, it depends if you are really passionate about for your dream job. For me, it's more like very complicated. I can tell. Yeah, for me, my dream is like to draw, to create comics, and so on. However, I am pursuing a way that it's more on theories, mathematics, engineering, and IT, because
Wow,
like
that's a lot. You have like combined.
yes, that's really scary to be honest. But many people, and I guess also you, would also be asking like why I'm pursuing mathematic theories and like engineering stuff if I want to be like an artist and so on. Well, simple as that, because my dream is as complicated as an unsolvable knot, where in the world of art, there are also a lot of different possibilities. And for example, art is always used to not only like draw it to for entertainment, but also to like process everything in a theory. For example, like like the different how it should look like in a machine or how it looks like in the architecture and so on. Those are bits of art that it will be very helpful to the specific task. And by learning those kind of different things, you'll maybe understand more how physics, chemistry, and maybe as well how you can use those realistic life objects to create a beautiful picture or a beautiful animation out of
Hmm.
it, so that every detail will be like exactly. But yeah, it's all complicated. Don't worry much. But the thing is, but the what I'm trying to say is, if you pursue a career or a dream that's literally like nowhere near to the courses that you're taking, just remember that those courses will come handy in the near future, whether it's part of your job or not. They will be very handy in the near future. What is your intake in that?
Phew. Now you've been like, sort of. I get what you meant, but you were like just talking. I was like letting you talk, so now you asked me that straight question. I'm like, whew. Like,
Pressure's on, pressure's on.
I don't have really that much to say because like still I'm in school. Okay, like you just graduated last year, so you have a different situation. You're like near to your career, near to your next step, your next milestone, I would say. So I
Hmm.
would just say like simple things like just imagine something big. I would say imagine something big. It can be crazy, terrible, funny. Just imagine something big. And So time to time you will figure out in your ages that this you will figure out that it was a crazy idea. You shouldn't have thought about that. How did you came up with that idea? But I think later on, like you said, school helps us to become who we are. We don't get that. Like seriously, I think I wouldn't now get that because there are some subjects which just torture me, which literally said really. But
Yeah.
still, I'm moving on. And like you said, like I think you could say that because you just graduated last year. So I think really school supports gives you the one step to become one step closer to your dream job, to your dreams. So yeah, I would just say just hang on with your dream. Don't forget about it. Just keep on with it. Even if you're far distance from that dream, if you're doing something, studying something else, doing something else which has nothing to do about the dream, just remind yourself that you have something in your mind which you always dreamed about and just try to achieve it somehow. So,
Mhm.
yeah, just do the best. It can be like becoming, like I said, now different jobs. Like, I don't know, become an actor, actress, YouTuber. It doesn't matter what, okay? Just do the best of it, okay? Just stay with it. Stay with it. Literally said, stay. Don't lose faith.
Another
Don't lose faith. Never.
another note is that like the dream job that you have, as crazy as it is, maybe or not, as like what I think, and maybe hopefully you also think is like when I achieve that dream job and I have that participation in there, I feel the fun of it, or let's just say I feel more passionate about it because there's a lot more than meets the eye. For example, if I want to be if I want to be a scientist, for example, but instead of that I get to be a very high class doctor, it wouldn't be as fun it wouldn't be as fun as being a scientist because the passion's not in there. So
So,
what I'm trying to say
yeah.
is basically no matter how low the income is, it's always like better to have fun and really like remove remove any hindrance that comes in your way. Like if for example your parents demand like the highest job like you can get, for example, to be the president, I don't know, that's crazy and it would be fun to do this, but would be really like entertaining for you? Is it really you that you want to be? Because every different job has different meaning to other people, either through inspirations or through income or just because they have a lot of fun in it. Just remember those are like dreams that you can decide on yourself.
So let me ask one thing. So you say that money does money play a role in our life? Does it play a role? What do you think? There are no wrong answers really. It can. What is your opinion?
If there's no wrong answer in it, and you say that, or if you ask me if money plays a big role in our life, sadly, in the current society, I would say yes. And that's why a lot of people are always like trying to go at the higher classes to earn those money to have a better living out of it. And this is also a reason why they are mostly stressed about everything.
Yeah, I get that.
If money didn't play a role at all, if like for example an uh, artist would get paid for like its creativity, for its hard work and so on, then and it's also decent, or like how you say, high enough for them to like enjoy the job, then it would be like easy. Then there would be a lot of more animations, there would be a lot of more studios, and there would be a lot more entertaining around it. The same goes like with doctors. High class, yes, but because of the money issue, Most of the doctors are always get stressed about it due to many patients, how do you say, many errands, let's just say that. And usually there are people who want to be a doctor just to save lives, but then there are also some cases like they have either the they have either the option to save people or just to take the money because it's their job or like it's their currency. So basically right now, yes, money is hugely involved in our lives, and it's sad to say that we put something objective that has literally no value. Because what I've learned in those years during my school time, we, for example, we put money as a high value because it's the currency, it's the way of trading, it's the way of buying and selling. We put value in it, but it's just a piece of paper. Remember that. That's why there are also times where inflations happen. If you guys don't know what inflation is, I'll explain it. Inflation is basically where a place or a city or a country has a lot of money in it. And when that happens, the value of the money drops. And even though if you have like 1,000 euro, 1,000,000 euros, it will not matter as long the value is always low. If people see it as very low, no matter how much it is, it's just waste of paper. Then you can just use it as a fire disposal or whatever. That happens, and that's why money right now, you can say it's valuable, but at the same time, if we see it in a different sense, it's not valuable enough to kill a person or to harm a person's mind that will make them stressful just because they have a low income. Yeah.
All right.
How's your intake? How about you? Like, do you think money is involved in our big lives?
Well, I would say, of course, yeah. Well, because of money, we buy. Like, for example, money, like right now, recording this video, doing everything, electricity, so that everything, we need money for that. Camera, everything, the setup, the mic, everything. So, money plays a huge role, really said, but I would not like give more importance to this. It should be like importance in your life, but I think that doing your dream job is making your life more happy, exciting than only earning a lot of money, because later you will be just like frustrated, like, okay, I'm working. You're like then becoming sort of a workaholic, just working, achieving money, but still then you're like not having fun with it, because like you could buy everything, but still you wouldn't get the concept of doing that what you really love. You would just do something you just do out of habit, but it wouldn't affect your life really. Easy said. So
Yeah.
now to short that up, I would give some few points how to achieve your dream job, how to achieve overall your dreams. So I would start with a few points. So I would say just stick on with your dream. First point is from me, dream big. Literally said, just dream big. It can be terrible, crazy, whatever. Just dream big. My second point would be just think always, remind yourself that you have a dream. That you have put something in your mind that came something any time, any decade, I don't know. And just remember that you dreamed about something. That's important. Then, third of it, try to do the best of it. Try to achieve your life. Try just to live out your life as you want. And maybe automatic, you will do the thing without you thinking about it. You will achieve your dream. You just do it. You just do the thing what you really like, and this might become your dream. But you didn't expect it like years from now. So yeah. Then that was my third point, I hope. Was that my third point? I'm wrong. I think that was my third point, right?
I guess so.
Good. And I would go to 5 points because 5 is like a limit. It's a good solid number. So fourth point would be I have to think about it carefully. Just always, 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 really, always.
Always.
I should not do a count. Like always, it should not count. Like okay, I will show you. Like up screen, there will be a counter. Literally, when I say always, like now, I will literally
Oh,
just add the number always and then just add the number. Okay.
oh my, oh my.
Oh my god. So like I said, always be aware that there are storms in your life, but still you can move on. You can achieve them. You can do it. Okay. Then, last but not least, but it's the last. Oh my god.
Continue, continue. No worries, no
So yeah,
worries.
last point is just maybe at last you would you have to start off again because you lost everything. I don't know, family, just your happiness, your joy. Just you don't know what life is anymore. Just engage with your friends. Always stick together with family, with friends. They always encourage you. So the fifth point is be connected with your friends, family. They guide you even if you have to start from zero. Just be connected to them because they know how you react, how you are, and they know you well that they can also help you to show you the way that you wanted to go from the starting off, but you didn't want it because you were blocked or you had other thoughts. So yeah, that's my fifth point. Always be connected with friends, family. They are the best. So Marco, what would
Mhm.
you say? 5 points, not more, not
Uh,
not less.
okay, okay. So, point one, if we talk about like how to achieve it, then in my way, I would think of it that point one, as he said already, would be stay connected with friends that you can trust and also families that can also support you. Those are the this is actually the most important point, and I would agree with Polo that staying connected with people from different places, from different area, from different groups, they will help you and give you tips on how to deal with them, and as well as like if you have some struggles and so on, they will also encourage you to keep on going. Point number two is even though it's difficult and how hard it is, it's just just keep motivating yourself. In other words, there are times like maybe in a job or maybe in school, heck, maybe even now, you'll feel discouraged and so on with maybe situations in your family, maybe situations in your job, or maybe situations that you cannot achieve your goal. Think of it this way that there's always a way to solve a problem, either around it, above it, underground, or just punch through the wall. There's always a way around it. And remember, those dreams that you have in mind will always be connected to you. And maybe they'll grow, maybe they'll stay the same. I don't know. However, they will stay connected to you. Third point, choose wisely, in other words. Choose wisely. Choices like, for example, which school, which friends, or also as well which job that will benefit you more. For example, for me, um, I if I want to go to medical school, I would I would study for biology, and I would also ask for professors that are like um, uh, specializing in those kind of things, but also like friends that can give you maybe some insight on what interesting or what things you should also know. Yep, that's third point, if I'm correct. Yeah. Okay. Point number four. Always manage also your schedule. I know, like you get this a lot of things through your parents, friends, also in school, and it's also stressful. But think of that way. Manage your schedule in a sense of like what your next step will be. Because maybe in this current situation right now, we're stuck. We're stuck at home doing nothing, maybe doing online courses, maybe doing online schooling, but that's it. But what is your next step? Like, what is your next step to progress into your dream? If it's just waiting, or is it something that you can do? That's very important. To always know what your next step is so that you'll not always fall behind and need to either wait longer or need to catch up more to make it more stressful. Point number five, and not last but not least.
Wait, stop, cut. You will find that out just in a few minutes, okay? We will be right back. And we are back again. Hey guys. So we stopped at Marco's point. So here is his final point. So Marco, carry on.
Okay, point five. Not the least, but also a very important one. Don't get carried away with what you're
True.
doing. Just make sure, even though how crazy it is and so on, it's nice to achieve it, but don't get carried away just because of how just because of how you view it is. Here's the thing, like people have different opinions about different dreams. For example, one thinks that their dream is the best, and the other dream will discuss about that their dream is the best and the most craziest, and so on. Don't get carried away by those things. Everyone has their own perspective and their own opinions. But aside also from that, don't also get carried away from like demanding resources that you cannot get now. You need to go step by step, and it will take a long, long time for you to achieve that dream. So be patient, and as well, don't rush it. Time is maybe short, but you have like a lot of process to do that you can think over, and as well as um, manage it step by step. That is my fifth point.
Alright, so actually we finished. If you have listened to that far, well, good job, I would say. So if you haven't noticed yet, we've been having that's our fourth video in this channel. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a new style. I know, new content, new style. We have never done that before. So if you like that and you want us to let us know if you liked it with a like, do a like, share it in
And
your
subscribe.
subscribe, share it with someone, and don't go down below to the comments and write us what we should talk about next because we're in quarantine. I hope you're all staying safe. Stay at home. And yeah, well said. Thank you for watching this, and I hope we're going to see you soon. So that's from Polo.
We'll see you next time from Marco.
Bye.
Bye bye.